to this real quick. This is why Kendrick is about to destroy Drake again. So let's go, and then we're gonna react to what I said I'm gonna react to. Unfortunately, I won't react to.
I can do it. Yes, I can do it.
It's fine. I'm attempting to.
Now, when we look at what's
so, all right. So, why Kendrick is about to destroy Drake again for what he did? What did he do? Can someone tell me? Oh, can someone tell me? Espanol. Let's go. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification. Whether you're a Drake fan or not, hit the subscribe button. Whether you're a Kendrick fan or not, hit the subscribe button. Whether you're a hip hop fan or not, which you should be, especially if you're a hip hop fan, I need you to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I need you to hit the bell notification. Leave a comment in the comment section. Leave a comment in the live chat so I can shout you out. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to react to any Olivia Rodrigo song, only because no one suggested anything. So I'll keep that pushing. I will try it again another time. However, I would apologize for not reacting to any Black Hippie. It's just that there's too much content to react to and there's too little time. You know what I mean? Let's go. It's already April.
What's about to happen in the entire landscape of hip-hop and all of music. After all the speculation and hype, we are officially here, and what I am talking about is going to end up being one of the most dominant months we have ever seen from an artist ever, because after everything he has already done, Kendrick Lamar is now getting ready after winning rap's biggest beef and dropping one of the best albums the genre has seen in years with GNX. To just solidify and move up the ladder of not just the best rappers, but the greatest musicians of all time. And even for that certain side of hip-hop who is now trying to take down Kendrick Lamar's name once again in a last effort attempt to just stop all of this from happening. At this point, no matter what narratives they try to funnel and connect Kendrick to as a whole, there is nothing they can do to stop K-Dot from holding the crown. And while we have already seen that the stakes are about as high as they can be for everything that's coming, what we are now seeing is that from Kendrick Lamar being expected to give his first real interview right before the Super Bowl, and with claims that are circulating directly from people who work with Kendrick and his label like Absol. An experience even more surreal than anything Kendrick has given us so far is coming, and what this is all going to culminate into is not just going to be one of the greatest performances in music history with the Super Bowl, because that's how high the stakes are at this point, but also as Kendrick is a man of the moment. The release of new music is coming as well, and it's looking like we are about to get an entire album's worth of new material. But now, before we go any further into about what is exactly about to come from Kendrick, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now with Kendrick Lamar, what we are about to see this month is a moment in time that even bigger than his back and forth with Drake and the release of GNX, which of course we saw how big those were, so this is saying a lot, is going to put him and hip-hop for that matter on display like we have never seen before. And now with every time we see
every time he's mentioning this, I'm just thinking about PG Lang, his label. So when you think about it, that GNX is released on it was released on his own label, obviously via UMG, and it's just so interesting to see how, you know what I mean, how things are transpiring at this point in time. Like, it's very interesting.
Kendrick Lamar this month, no matter how certain people are trying to stop this and ruin such a pivotal time for all of hip-hop, which we will get into that later, the stakes are only going to get increasingly higher, as from the Grammys to his pre-Super Bowl interview to the halftime show and then to whatever he has planned for after that. Really, with the way all of these events are lining up, Kendrick has put himself in the perfect position to not just be more dominant than any other rapper has ever been, but in the grand scheme of it all, he's about to have one of the most legendary and iconic chapters of a career that we have seen from an artist, period, in decades. And now with all of these perfectly planned and aligned moments ready to create something that no other rapper has ever been able to come close to, all of this is going to create hype that in this era where music has been more disposable, it's just going to amplify the presence and power of an artist in a way that we hardly ever see today. And now with all of these moments lined up and based on all of the clues Kendrick Lamar has left within his lyrics, and just with the concept of duality throughout all of GNX, what it looks like we are going to be getting is going to be another side of presumably 12 tracks to GNX, which ultimately, with all the hype Kendrick gets from the Super Bowl, the physical copies of the record shipping out, and possibly a whole other side of this album dropping, which who knows what that will exactly entail. With all of this together, Kendrick Lamar really has a chance to become one of the only rappers within a single week to ever move 1 million copies within this period. And now before we can look at where this is all going to go when everything comes into place, and why before what is going to be one of the most important stretches in hip-hop history we have ever seen, why some people are so desperate to stop it, we really need to look at where this is all going to start, which is with no other event than the Grammys, and really with this entire award show this year. The theme around the industry is looking like it is going to be all about putting stars in place to showcase who is going to run respective corners and genres of music going forward, as whether it's in the pop lane with all the new stars being nominated there.
I hear what he's saying, yeah. But you see, with the because I've seen a post. I can't remember where it's from, but it was on Twitter, and then they basically were saying that with the African award or nominations, whatever, for the Grammys, they're saying that they don't have an expertise and you know what I mean on different African genres, and I'm like, that's cap. Do you know what I mean? You know, look, like, let's be real, right? You could have that from different corners of Africa as well, but in different genres of African different people from different genres in Africa. They can be on the panel. Do you know what I'm saying? They too can be on the panel. So I don't want no excuse. We live in an era of social media. We live in an era where it's easily, I won't say it's easily connectable, like easily connectable and accessible. In a way it is, but it's not. But it's like, it's not that hard to find out who are the tastemakers of this particular genre. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. So I don't want to hear no excuses. You know what I mean? So if they say, oh, Thames wins best Afrobeat artist, I don't even know what the lists are when it comes to African artists in the Grammys. But it's like, she's not Afrobeats. She's a good artist, but she's not Afrobeats. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the fact that you have to also put another perspective when it comes to these things as well. Like it would be good to see Wizkid. Is it? I don't know if he's nominated. Is he nominated? I hope he is. It would be great to see him nominated. I don't know if it, because you know it's the timing of when he released his album. Excuse me. I don't know if it was in time for the nominations of the Grammy Awards. But either way, no one does these things. Well, some people do. But I don't know. It's an interesting time when it comes to the Grammys or award shows in general. Because even like the Brit Awards, they have rap grime category, huh? Not even best rap category. Not even best grime category. Rap stroke grime. They're two separate genres. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. But as far as the Grammy goes, let's see. I don't think it's a case of this person's going to be running for this year or this. It is what it is. Like whoever wins, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Like the way I look at it is if artists take it serious, that's on them. But the biggest award any artist can ever get is fans buying into their music, by buying their music or streaming their music or whatever, like giving them the finance to buy their music. And well, that's interesting. So basically paying for their lifestyle, basically, in a sense. Going to their shows, buying their merch, this, that, and the third. That's the best award any artist can ever get. Do you understand? Let's go.
Or even in hip-hop with someone like Doechii. This year's Grammys have been set up to introduce a lot of names to the world, or in general, just elevate other superstars to a level that we have never seen in terms of having their work be received by casual audiences. And with Kendrick Lamar, with all the nominations Not Like Us has, which is really giving the record the chance to become the first rap song to win Song of the Year since Andre 3000 of Outkast's Hey Ya, which in of itself is the only rap song to ever win this award as well. Kendrick Lamar has a chance to once again amplify hip-hop and everything he is doing to a level that most rappers just never have been able to break through. And now, in order to put into perspective just how historic I think these upcoming Grammys are going to be and interact with the award show within a manner that fans like me and you couldn't before, today's video is powered by Kalshi, the first and only prediction market that lets you interact with real-world events like the 67th down and it wins. You will be walking away with 5 times what you put in. And now really, to experience the Grammys within a way where everything is going to be more exciting, you can lock in your predictions for every major category, which beyond taking
I know he's trying to promote this thing. I understand that. I respect that. Get your money, my G. But we have to kind of, you know what I'm saying? We have to, yeah.
sponsoring this video. And so now going back to Kendrick Lamar from the Grammys, which he will be walking away with multiple trophies from, I am sure this is going to put his face within a place where it won't just add more hype to the Super Bowl, but in this time where Kendrick has won over the entire industry and is now leading rap forward both as an art form and as a business, this is going to be the perfect chance for him to reintroduce what hip-hop looks like to a wider audience in 2025. And from here, with this interview he will be giving before the Super Bowl, which will be his first interview not with an artist or someone from his team like we saw when he was speaking to SZA, I am sure we are going to be getting a lot of interesting insight into where Kendrick has been at this entire time, and really this will be the first time he is speaking since dropping like that almost a year ago directly, so this is just going to be such a pivotal moment. And I mean, if just with an interview Kendrick can create hype like this is really going to be something special. And of course, following this up, we will be at the Super Bowl. And now when it comes to this specific performance and everything that may happen, it does need its own dedicated video because there is really so much going into this, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe to stick around and see that. What's 100% for certain is that
I'm so intrigued to know why he named it, why Kendrick is about to destroy Drake again for what he just did. But what did Drake just do? Let me know. It can't be just me that's curious. Let me know.
at this moment is going to give Kendrick a boost like we have never seen, which we obviously all know just from seeing the viewership numbers of the Super Bowl every year. But now knowing Kendrick and the type of person he is, it's not far off to say that Kendrick may be the greatest moment maker in all of the music industry. And what this means is that just like when he was a part of any major event, whether it's a feature or another performance in the past, Kendrick more than knows how to make a moment last forever and lead into something even greater at the Super Bowl. And now when it comes to this specific performance and everything that may happen, it does need its own dedicated video because there is really so much going into this, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe to stick around and see that. What's 100% for certain is that this moment is going to give Kendrick a boost like we have never seen, which we obviously all know just from seeing the viewership numbers of the Super
Bowl. Okay, Super Bowl draws 123 million, 123.7 million average viewers, largest TV audience on record. See, here's the thing here. They need to stop this. They need to stop this. I know what they're trying to do, but how, because this is what I don't understand here. Although technically, Michael Jackson drew in billions, yeah, but Michael Jackson has the highest viewership, the highest, and it hasn't been matched, nor will it be matched, in my humble opinion. Even with this hype around, I'll say hype, but that the situation around Kendrick. No disrespect. I'm just seeing it as a thing of, yeah, people are going to be interested to see and hear not like us, and if he performs it or not, or maybe it will surpass it. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Like some records are there to be broken, and it is what it is. But I need to find out, how are they recording this information? Like how, when? Because you know how they like to inflate numbers just to make it look good. Like I'm not even trying to disrespect Kendrick Lamar. Never. I ain't trying to disrespect Rock Nation. Never. I ain't trying to disrespect the Super Bowl or NFL or Apple Music or anything like that. I'm just saying that there's been an erasure of trying to erase history, that when it comes to anything that pertains Michael Jackson. That's just unfortunate facts. Yeah. I won't go into it. You know what I mean? That'll be another day for another video. Yeah. That'll be for another day and another video. But the reality always remains. Yeah. We are going to witness history in regards to this. So let's see what happens.
the Super Bowl every year. But now knowing Kendrick and the type of person he is, it's not far off to say that Kendrick may be the greatest moment maker in all of the music industry. And what this means is that just like when he was a part of any major event, whether it's a feature or another performance in the past, Kendrick more than knows how to make a moment last forever and lead into something even greater than we could have ever thought. And with the Super Bowl, considering where Kendrick is at with the industry and where he is as an artist, this will be the moment that sends everything to a whole other level and cements the fact that a new chapter is here, not just in his career, but in all of rap music. And I mean, from the original GNX snippet Kendrick teased but never released to all of these other small hints that we have seen in his lyrics. It is obvious in a way that there is way more on the table for Kendrick Lamar in this chapter, and I think we are going to find out after this performance and when Kendrick has never had more eyes on him. And while beyond the snippet we heard, I don't even want to try and guess what Kendrick actually has coming musically, because just when we think he is going to go in one direction, he goes in the absolute other. I'd imagine that because GNX is an album that celebrated West Coast hip-hop at its roots, whatever he is releasing next is going to build on this and do something much more high ceiling and concept, which will fit the stakes of the moment he will be in, and again with all of this, which really will give Kendrick a chance to shut down everything with how much noise and hype is going to be centered around his name. I think while Kendrick doesn't do things for numbers, he very well can and is embracing the fact that in this era where records are doing less overall than ever just because of the nature of the industry in general, that he can move over 1 million copies of this thing in a week, because really between the physical copies, which there has to be at least 250,000 CDs, vinyls, and cassettes that are ready to ship out, but in actuality there is probably more playing at the Super Bowl, which will be doing even stronger because the record is still topping the charts, especially with hits like Luther, TV Off, and Squabble Up gaining more momentum as we speak. And now with the new music he will be adding, which is going to probably make an even bigger debut than the standard version of GNX did, and who knows if Kendrick will put Not Like Us on this new record, which will then only bring everything up all together. Would we just piece all of these factors together, and just even if half of them became true? Overall, while it's hard to see where Kendrick Lamar is exactly going with all of this, what's clear is that the throne he sits on is about to become a lot more exclusive, and from the Grammys, which will start things off, to every moment we will see following, more and more Kendrick Lamar is going to prove why he is not just the best person to lead rap forward right now, but why he is one of the best leaders hip-hop has ever had in its 50-plus year history. And really, when Kendrick does all of this, he won't just prove himself more than ever that he is the best rapper of this generation, because at this point I think that conversation is already over, as his case for being the top guy is already undisputed. But now even compared to the greatest legends that rap has ever seen across its 50-plus year history, no matter how you view hip-hop, you will have to include Kendrick in the very highest of GOAT conversations, because from every single standpoint possible that defines not just a great rapper, but the very best, Kendrick is now just moving on the highest level we have ever seen. And so now with all this said, let me know, what do you think Kendrick has coming this month? What do you think is about to happen next? And what are your predictions for the Grammys as a whole? Now I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now if you want to see how just as Kendrick Lamar is getting ready for his best run ever, Drake is losing it because he realized he is too late to stopping Kendrick at this point, and now because of all of his poor choices, which have made him scared to release his new album overall, his career will be over soon because of all of his failure. Check out the suggested video.
Alright. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop on that. You know what I'm saying? I had to react to that. Let's see what people are saying in the comments real quick and that. So experience the Grammys like never before. Okay, I'll get it. Wait. Now when it comes to Drake, okay. My day isn't round till I get my daily fix of now when it comes to Drake. Oh man. Even more hilarious is that prior to this beef, this channel has Jenny be an authentic outlet for quality hip hop discussion. Now even most of the content being strictly focused on the beef, I still can't stop tuning in to it. All right, so let's just get into this real quick. So I'm gonna put I feel like this is something that Kendrick is going to do something amazing, whatever it is. He always will.
What time are they fighting it now?
Give me a second, people. All right. So next year, shout out to everyone who's been watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on the whole situation. Still. I was meant to. What was I meant to react to again? Okay, yeah. Check this. So